Hello and welcome to the Artist Focus. My name is Corinne Little and I'm one of the coordinators of Out of Sight _Chi. We are a group of international artists dedicated to public performance practices. And today I have the great delight in introducing Jolanda Jansen from the Netherlands and Meri Hietala. Am I pronouncing that right? Hietala from Helsinki, Finland. Out of Sight, as an organization, is committed to working in public spaces. And our work is really in connection and in relation to sight. This broadcast is being directly broadcast from the ancient lands of what was once the English, the Normans, the Romans from the 1200s, situated in Lincoln, United Kingdom. And I am going to pass over to Jolanda and disappear from the screen to coordinate all the text. So enjoy this conversation with Meri Hietala.
Thank you, Karen, for your introduction, and welcome, Meri.
Thank you.
Yeah, Meri and we met for the first time at the Venice International Performance Art Week in 2017. And then I had a project in the Netherlands. It's called Time. I invited Meri. And Meri, after that, invited me in Finland. And last year we met again during the Riga Performance Festival in Latvia. And so I am part of the Artist in Focus female collective. And then I was very interested in Meri's work. And I thought it was nice to invite her for this interview. So first I'm gonna tell a bit more about Meri. Meri Hietala is an internationally working multidisciplinary artist focusing at the moment on performance, sound art and art education. She graduated 2014 from Aalto University Helsinki with a master's in environmental arts. She has performed, in example, in Starptelpa Latvian Performance Art Festival in Riga. That was last year. Relational Art Week, Myymälä Helsinki in 2022, V.I.P.A.W Performance Art Festival in Venice 2017, and On the Cusp Performance Art Festival in Bangarra Dance Theater Sydney in 2015. At the moment, she lives and works in Hämeenlinna, Helsinki in Finland. So, a statement from Meri. I use my body as a tool and material. Findings and observations of the environments and spheres. Site-specific art is in the core of my practice. I explore multi-sensory observations, drawing from dreams and collective subconscious phenomena into realistic communal performances. I am learning the ceremonial ways of our ancestors and creating bridges with my art to connect and belong, to share and support the ecosystems and interconnectedness in the planet. Sound is the universal language of Mother Earth that I trust. So,
yes.
Welcome, Meri.
Thank you, Jolanda. Thank you, Karen. I'm really happy to be part of now the platform Out of Sight. Thanks for the introduction.
So my first question, Meri, how did you start doing performance and what inspired you to do this?
Okay, it's a good question, and it's like my background is in textile arts and design, and then I also was studying in Melbourne RMIT. I was studying art in public space when my practice moved into wood sculpting. And then I was doing big wood sculptures with the chainsaw like this. And I had to stop it because it was quite heavy for my wrist. And it was around that time when I realized that I could use my body as a material to form and give shape to the visions. And it was something that I had experienced as a violin player when I was a child and teenager, and I was actually hating everything that has to do with performance, being on a stage or being in a spotlight, and I really didn't enjoy it at all. So I was doing these wood sculptures, and I was working in the theater as a set and costume design as well. And so I was kind of like lingering around people and projects that there was something performative. And then it just changed. I was invited to perform in my friend's exhibition opening and make some sounds and wear a Transformers helmet in my head. So that was great experience. And then it started, and I realized that I like to improvise a lot with music, with violin, and nowadays with performance as well. And it is it feels as an art form that is where I have found my family in the global performance art network, and sort of it's really open art form, and it allows to also communicate. I like to do collective, like interactive performances, so it allows me to communicate with human beings and environments and other species too. So that's my answer. How it started.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, this communication and the perspective. You talked when we talked before. You talked about the planetary perspective of the Earth, and this is a way for you to communicate and also to educate. You also do education, and it gives you hope. So for you, it's, I understand, very important to do these connections. And how, as an artist, do you use this?
It is this, when I talk about the planetary perspective, it is something that let's say that it is the ancient wisdom of our ancestors and traditions that still are out here and alive. And my interest have been years to, when I came back to Finland after years in Australia, a bit more than 10 years ago, I was thinking that I need to learn my history, this land and my roots more, to be able to understand other cultures more with depth. So I found over the years different communities and learnings what comes to shamanism in Finland and of course globally. And one I want to mention is Four Winds Association. That is almost 30 years old association that is researching and preserving and trying to keep alive different traditions, not only in Finland, but also every year we have visitors from all around the world. So now, so through those, I have been taking part in different ceremonies, and to mention one, for example, this Hopi Indian Inipi sweat lodge ceremony. This, for example, gave me lots of inspiration for the womb piece that I did in Riga, and other ones as well. But so now, when I'm also art teacher, I teach fine arts and craft at the moment. Then there is always you can educate yourself more, and nowadays I was studying planetary social pedagogy, and so it is quite amazing times when this was University of Eastern Finland that was organizing this education, and so in the university we can study these things that I'm used to study in different communities, so pagan communities, for so to say, and so that gives me hope that it is also acknowledged. It's acknowledged also in the university level. The traditions and the knowledge that our ancestors have had. So that's what I was talking about earlier with you, Jolanda, about the planetary perspective. Yeah, it is because we have the crisis with the earth, and this education, it's like it's eco-social education, and it makes me really happy because through the universities and through now education, the information gets spread, and it's about the community, not only the humans in the community, but other species, the environment, everything. So it's kind of like holistic approach, as it has been also. It's nothing new. So
yeah, maybe we can go now in the direction of showing your first work, and in these works I also see that you use rituals, and then also that you get in a kind of state of trance, and and then maybe we should show it now, and then you can say something after it.
The soul
and this
flesh.
Is the work. It's the soul flesh flowers, and you did it in my project time in the Netherlands, and it was a long durational performances that were all going on at the same time, and you did a performance of 4 hours, I believe.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, let's see. I remember the nettles. They came from my garden. I was watching them.
Ah, yes, that's true. Yeah.
And maybe, do you think we also show the pictures now so you can see more the whole performance, or do you want to react?
Yeah, there are those photos. We can put them on and talk same time about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
The needles and the salt and the meat,
Yeah.
the flesh.
Yeah, you told me about this woman passing by, and she had this talk on her phone about the menopause, and then you felt like there was a connection to your work. So can you tell us more about that? What happened?
Yes, yeah. This was special. It is sometimes, but it's rare you get immediate responses of your work. And this was after 4 hours. I was still there in that room. This woman from the street, she came and was like, I was just walking past, and her mobile phone beeped, and she looked at it, and there was an invitation for her to join WhatsApp group called Girls in Menopause. And she looked at it, and then she looked through the window, and so I was performing. You could see me through the window, and she looked at me and this whole what was going on, and it was quite in the end, and she was like, like this is now I'm making it real what is going on in her life, like what comes to the menopause topic. And it was something that I was before this performance I was going through the theme menopause, and this is it was very very lovely to meet her, because she was the first that said that out loud, the word menopause. And this is something I've been over the years with the climate crisis and the urgent situation with the earth. I've been thinking, what if the Mother Earth is having menopause in at the moment, like, so can it still is this the moment in the earth? So yeah, this was the one big memory of this after the performance, what happened. Yeah.
Oh, this is a beautiful image, I think. Yeah. You transformed also different clothing, and the space became like trace of you. It was a circle, and you were circling in a circle. And then, do you also, during your performance, then get in a kind of trance state, or?
Yeah, it happens. It is because because it is part of what happens to me when I am in drumming circles, and I'm also when I paint. It's this transcendental meditative painting. So I do dots, 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 and when I have a chance to do a longer durational performance, like then, like for example, in this one, it was like a bliss to be able to get into it. It was like that, and it's something that I value a lot, because then it truly feels that I'm in a way a channel or messenger or something, like I am acting, making things in another state of mind. So yeah, that was a wonderful experience. And there were all these different stages, and these different materials that they are representing different elements, and then also stages of womanhood. And now I watch this and I see like a red bat. It looks like a red bat to me.
Oh, yeah.
So like looking at the work, it's like now it has already new stories when I look at these images. But yeah, that was wonderful experience.
Thank you. And then going from this, it's like we made a bridge together to the womb. So for your work in what you already mentioned, what you did in Riga, and in this work you also use elements of ceremony and trance, and you have in this work you use this special stick we will see later, and you have received this stick from a shaman woman, you told me. And can you tell us a bit more about this story? And then after that we can maybe see the work. You also have it in your home. Yeah.
Yes, it is here. It is here. It is a special stick, as I told. Yes, it used to belong to a Finnish shaman woman. She's now passed away, and she was also activist, and she has been with the stick not only in ceremonies but also in demonstrations. And so I got it years ago from my friend who spent time with her a lot, and so I was given that stick, and it was like, oh, are you sure? Is it for me? And yes, this is now for you, and it's for you to use. And so I had it 1 year on my yard inside few trees, and then we did like smoke. With the smoke we purified it, and I started to make it my own, for my own use, with different decorations. And yeah, so back in the days, especially during the witch hunts and other times as well, like shaman drums, they have been in danger to get destroyed, and they have been destroyed a lot. So also these sticks can be used as percussions. So now you know. It is. So I decided to take it with me first time out from Finland. So I took it to Riga, and I thought it's time to get it out there and also share the rhythms from this stick in the womb performance. Yeah.
You wanted to connect the Baltic countries, I understood, like this.
It was also because we shared the Baltic Sea, and like we experienced in Riga the witch workshop, and the pagan cultures are really really beautifully alive around the Baltic Sea, and so it was also about that, connecting with we share a lot of traditions, so it was kind of it was an honor to do this piece there. Yeah. So do I
Now you can
do I
no. Oh, you want to play now? You can also.
No. I was just thinking I it is here. It is here, and you can see it also now from the video being used. So
yeah, that's really nice. Let's look at the video now first.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And maybe we can also show now again the photos. We have some photos also of this to have more an overview. And I like to also, it was not only you performing, but you invited the public and you had these instruments and people were playing the instruments. So it was very, connected with the public also. And you make your own instruments and costumes, and it's craftsmanship what you use in your work. So maybe you want to talk a bit about that first, and then we go later more deeper into the performance.
Mm-hmm. Yes, thanks, Jolanda. So yeah, the craft. I love craft making, and I as I mentioned, I have the background in textiles and cloth. I'm also cloth maker, and so I love traditional craft and jewelry, costumes, and instruments, and so I have been making some instruments myself, and then someone I have been just getting. And but like, for example, in this one, I wanted to bring this. I didn't bring my violin, so I brought karhunlanka, strong yarn, and then I needed to have the resin that. So it's called Devil's Violin, and I love like. No, yeah, we. That was my task to find resin.
Yeah, we.
Yeah, you were with me and in Riga. Do you want to
we
tell
were looking. Yeah, we were in this. We were looking for this resin, and we were in this crazy place. It was a big building, and you didn't think there would be a shop for violins there. And then you found it. It was beautiful. Everything came together. Yeah.
Yeah, and I like this getting ready for performance. It's the adventure time, like getting this and that, and yeah. And then I told about this, but I will be using it, and she just, oh well, you can have this as a gift. The shop owner, she gave the resin, but yeah, so I set up in that space this Devil's Violin strings in part of the structure of the Riga circus audience, and so I like to do many times in performances. I like to invite people to take part, and I wanted to create this warm soundscape also. So there were already set up instruments, and I was telling how to use it, make a sound, and then I had some bells, and also encourage people to play whatever they have with or making sounds. So it became like this collective soundscape that was then like, yeah, I think it was incredible sounds that I now, like from this video, I could hear. There were people also playing the juice harp, this stuff, and like someone was whistling, and yeah, sound is quite beautiful, and maybe an easy way to get people also involved. Maybe you can just stamp your feet and like dun dun, and to be involved with the performance. Yeah.
No, that worked really beautiful, and also and people were also really like supporting you, and that was very nice. And then the leaves, it was such a beautiful moment.
Yeah,
and it worked.
Was, yeah, it was wonderful.
Yeah. Okay. And you also mentioned you want to you have some written text you want to read for us, and I think Yeah, maybe it's a good time now.
Yeah, I will read it. There was a beautiful article in Latvian news. It was Kundega Evelon, and she was also part of the organizing team for the festival. And I think there are a few sentences how it is described, how the womb is described. So I read it. Artist Meri Hietala takes the audience to ancient times in her performance Womb. She is a sorceress, a witch who speaks quietly and calmly to the audience, gradually luring them deep into the dark forest. The artists of other performances, this kind of mutually supportive improvised cooperation between the performers is very pronounced this time in space. They play simple meditative sound creating instruments. Then naked Meri Hietala sits in an empty black rubber pool, lubricates herself and transforms into a strange, indefinable creature in which the feminine, the untamed, and the primal merge. Her radiant energy is not explosive, but balanced and creative. All this time, Meri is in contact with the audience, addressing everyone at the same time, but no one, and hypnotically attracting attention.
Oh, nice.
I think it's really beautifully written.
I like the word primal also because
yes,
because you become a primate also, but like beautifully balanced. I think that's also good because it was not like too much. It was like very flowing together with the public also. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes full on times. Yeah.
You also used to connect this with these instruments to your ancestors, and also I think ancestors in universal idea, and also to as an idea to grow for the human community. We talked about it before. So how is it a way for you? Yeah, it's a way to communicate, but also can you tell more about that a bit?
I have to say, ask you to ask again.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, okay. Yeah, like this. It's a language from ancestors that has developed, and it's an old language, and you use it now to communicate now. So, can you tell more about that? How does it work for you?
Yeah, I mean, as I mentioned, that I've been learning in different ceremonies during this. For example, for Wind Association gatherings. So I have been learning from different ceremonies, different cultures, and in there is the parts of them are that it is they should stay as they are. So the traditions stay as they are, and then in performance art, I am of course just the inspiration and my personal, let's say, my personal journey and they will affect. But I like to make the fusion of all of it. So it is.
So do you also develop your own language by it, combining things?
Yeah. It is like that, and of course then as it is performance art based on visual art and environmental art that I have in my background, so it's really improvised, and it's really depends of the time and space and the public and everything. So there is no like there is no set how it goes. As with the traditional ones, there it's really like, okay, this goes like this. So my how I interpret those. It is created on the spot, on top of the elements that I bring in. Yeah.
Could you like maybe do you want to play something now? Is it a little bit to do a little demonstration? We already saw a bit, but
yeah. This devil's violin, it is very simple to also to try. You need just yarn.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It is used to do so that outside the house there is maybe nail put when there is the window, and you put a nail next to the window. What is this, frame, or in the corner of house. It's like playing games with the people who live in the house, and you go and then you do this, and they are like, oh my god, what is going on? What is this sound? So it's been making to make jokes for people and maybe scare them a little bit. So that's devil's violin, and this one is what I was using in the performance that I was like doing this.
Oh yeah.
It's one of the most oldest in the world of instruments, called V.I.P.A.W. So I made this from an apple tree, and I like to do this in different ceremonies to clear the air, and also in this one I was calling in the beginning the different spirits from different air directions, and also from up and from the ground. And so this I've been using quite a lot in my performances. So that's the one that clears the space and gathers also good energies. That's my demonstration, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So I'm thinking now we could like, is there anything you want to add, or we can also show a bit about your squeezing project, or?
I think we have gone through this also. Yeah. So now it became like this collective womb traveling into the womb action, I felt, and it was really beautifully supported by the audience and this space. And I am ready to move forward.
Okay. So there's another project I also have been taking part, and it's very fun also, I think. Fun project. But you started to do it on your own together with a friend, and it's the last thing you want to share now. And you had an overview exhibition about this lately, and it's called Squeezing. What inspired you to crawl into narrow, creepy places, and what do you experience while you were doing this? And can you tell more about this brick project?
Yes, and I like your narrow, creepy places. They're not always so creepy. Sometimes, yes, but thanks, Jolanda. So this is project, as you mentioned, we had last December. We had with Antti Ahonen, my colleague, we had 10-year anniversary exhibition of this project. Antti is a photographer, and so he is the one who documents these actions. This started, a bit more than 10 years ago, based on it was based on my emotion of feeling. It was a springtime, like the light is there, and then there's still no green and nothing is growing. It's just after long dark winter. I was in a city walking, and it was unbearable to this moment. Like I felt like I need to have something around me to keep me in one piece. I felt so anxious somehow, that seeing everyone's gray faces, and there is so much sand on the streets after winter, putting the sand on the icy streets, and so much just dirt, and so it started. And I wanted to. I thought maybe I can have like a leather dress around me, like a really tight dress, zip it up, and like, okay, now I'm safe. And I called my friend Antti, and I told him what is going on, and I met him, and I went to a op shop, and I found like a dress to zip it up, and not leather, but it helped me a bit. And so Antti is very practical, and he's like, okay, let's study let's find out what is this thing. And so we start to build first this different. We had some plexi. What is this? Like some machine, something that I could be in between, and like, okay, let's just put these together. And then we started to go outside, and I found like one hollow tree trunk, and so I was doing this for 1 or 2 years alone first. It was about, I had just came back. I had arrived back to Finland, and I felt like I had like a reverse culture shock or something. After Australia, everyone was like, and I was like, hey, how are you? So I was somehow again, I was trying to connect with the environment. Somehow I started to feel lonely also, and we thought maybe it's cool to invite people to come into this squeezing action. And so it started, and now it's been 10 years, and it's been many layers of this action has opened up, like by experiences of mine and people who have taken part. What comes to being nude, naked, like we take all the textiles and technology out first, and then we go. So being naked in public with people you don't know. Even we have sauna culture in Finland, where we are naked in sauna with strangers. It's and then also, like, if you are really claustrophobic, then there has been some people were like, oh wow, now I could go, even though I felt a little bit anxious. And it is it is incredible way of communicating with people you don't really know. Sometimes, like we have colleagues and friends, but also just from the street, we have organized workshops also. So how you can trust them, and also like here you can trust the environment. You can share a lot of maybe silent communication, but this kind of trust and oh yes, we can do this, we can hold this position. And then one thing is the for example, I've been thinking of a lot of this, how we are lacking hugs, and people do get the weight blankets, for example. You need to have weight on you, and there are squeezing machines designed for autistic kids as well. And so so it's sorry.
to get comfort, to get
comfort,
yeah,
and
yeah.
to feel like, okay, I can stay in one piece. And in this one also there is this one photo where I'm going into the roots, under the roots, and in that one particularly, this one, like that's also when I went into a trance. I went into this state where then I made a sign to the crew, like there was Antti and other squeezers, and I heard they said something that just made them sign that I'm okay and I will just be here now for the time it takes. And then I have learned that also in Finland there has been shamans who have been sitting in a like a waterfall, so it's also yet again like a physical pressure that then allows you to go into trance. So in a way, there is in all of my actions there is this spiritual, this energetic aspect. Sorry about my beeps from my laptop. So yeah, this is interesting project. It's
for me it feels now our conversation is getting like around, because we're coming back to this trance and this but it's like very intense, and then it's also like people can like connect to that because they can feel like that something's happening here, and I really like that how it works. I think we have to almost end it.
I wanted to say just that we were in a river when you were squeezing. We were in a river and with the rocks.
Yeah, it was like beautiful, feminine, and very like witchy, and like very much like connected to nature. And it was like, it was a beautiful moment in this. But Finland has incredible nature anyway. But like, so much, feminine energy, and it just comes out when you do this. If you do, and then things appear, you don't expect to appear, but it was very connective.
Lovely memories.
Yes. We made a lot of nice memories together.
We have it's I can't wait for the next.
Me too.
Thank you for this, Jolanda.
Thank you thank you. Maybe Karen can come back to say goodbye. I don't know. There's she coming.
Well, take out of my camera. I love, profound conversation. Thank you so much for sharing. There's so much. I love the crossovers. The magical connections. So, thank you.
Thank you, Karen.
Thank you, Karen,
for making it possible.
Yes. I have to say, when every bridge is a rainbow, that's my poem for now. Seeing also, Karen, your rainbows.
I love that. It's so fascinating to learn about your work, and it just, and learn about the performance in Riga, and then how that connected to the piece in that you did with In Time.
In The Hague. In my city.
Well, thank you. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.